And because one of the people had my manager's phone number.
Yeah.
So he calls her like, we've been waiting for you guys to pull up. And he's like,
Zambians, no.
so she's like, who's this? And he says his name. And she's like, yeah, like, I don't know you, bro. Like, no, one of the managers of whatever. I'm handling one of the biggest artists in the country right now. And you guys have been giving us a hard time. Do you know that Natasha's a baby? Huh?
I want to take my time. I am taking my time. I'm using this podcast as therapy. I think I really got consumed by the character that I created.
Yeah.
To a point where like it just everything became about that character.
About the character.
So I've put that character on hold. I want to refine it. And now I'm focusing on like other things, like bringing people here on this platform and like educating other people.
Yeah.
LSK Showcast. It's the hardest own in LSK.
Let's go!
On an epic platform. Voice for the youth is born.
Entrepreneur, whether a musician or a businesswoman.
LSK Showcast. Presented by Mix Kasamwa.
Mix is the name.
Mix Kasamwa is the hardest stone in LSK.
Mix is the name.
Welcome to LSK Showcast. You know the vibes. Right price. Voice of the youth. Shout out to everyone who's been supporting. I was really scared, like to start this podcast. Having when Natasha Chance are here,
you
can't be bang. You will be bang. But shout out to everyone supporting, to everyone who comes on the platform, in the comment section, sharing all over, like TikTok, Instagram. The love is crazy. I hope this will actually make a difference. But anyway, before we start, I would like to give a shout out to our official sponsor, Right Price Zambia. And today what they want you to focus on is the school bags. Let me not say school bags. It can be
The
bags for
backpacks.
anything. Yeah, the backpacks for the drip.
For the drip, you know the vibes.
You know the drip.
Like
Like,
a varsity jacket and a varsity bag.
you know the vibes. So yes, make sure you to pull through and check out like more things that they've got. We're still running the commission-based program where you bring somebody to purchase a laptop and you earn commission off of that. Minimum you can make is 200, and maximum you
Can I
can make
bring
is
myself?
1,000. Bring someone. Like,
Can I bring myself though? Like,
no, I have to bring someone.
not fair
Right.
though. Some of us have like alter egos. So if
You bring.
if I came with Pro, and Pro said Natasha said I should get a PC.
There's who?
There's Pro and PNC.
Pro
Yeah.
and PNC.
Yeah.
The thing is, you'd have to duplicate.
Duplicate.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, if you okay, I don't know. You tell them that Pro is buying and Natasha is PNC is paying.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, you can if you're smart and crafty like when a Natasha Chance, you might get away with that, But make sure to come through and check out everything else that's on promotion here at Right Price. Check out the page, follow, like, the vibes. But now, I feel like this person doesn't need any introduction.
Way past
Like-
introduction.
Like, do I even need to say the name? Like, should I even put the names in the caption? You already know who it is.
You know the vibes.
PNC. Princess Natasha Chance. Shout out. Like,
Yeah, the vibes is good is where we're at.
that's where we at.
That's why we're here today.
So yeah, it's an honor to have you on
Thanks,
LSK
Reggie.
Showcast, representing the youth, voice of the youth. And yeah, man, I've been checking you out. Ish, Natasha, this has been your year.
You've been checking me out.
Yeah, but okay, not checking you out. Checking what you're doing. Natasha, you want to put me on the
No.
spot.
I mean, I'm just repeating what you're saying. I didn't change anything.
One thing I know about you, Natasha, you're a clown.
Yeah.
So I just need to find a proper starter pack for you.
Thank you.
So that people can see that you're a clown. Because people think you're serious. All those
Hey,
pictures
they
on
just be
Instagram.
Just you like
But they don't know you're a clown.
softy.
But anyway, like you, I've been checking out what you've been doing, and it's really inspirational.
Thanks, my G.
And keep going. Yeah, like you're re-inspiring everyone. For some of us, like who go into a space where like we get tired of creating or we lose inspiration.
Yeah.
It's not always easy to look out to the international scene.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have people close to you.
That are actually doing
Inspiring.
something that
Exactly.
can inspire you.
Exactly. So like everyone is just energizing like me, Yeah. So I feel like this has been your year. Because like I've been seeing the moves you've been making and the strides you've been making
Yeah.
are similar to me when it was my year before like I had my burnout.
I mean,
you know?
you're still out here, bro.
Yeah.
Burnouts are
yeah.
necessary. I have burnouts every now and then, you know?
Yeah. Do you have you ever had a burnout?
Yeah, like I had a crazy one when I was mid recording my EP. I recorded my EP for like a year. That's crazy, I know. But then I had like
That's why it's fire.
thank you.
Yeah.
I took a year to record it, but I had like 3 months of writer's block. I know. So I couldn't, it's that thing where you can't, this is your first project, so I can't really have someone else come ghostwrite for me and be like, yeah, this is what we want you to sing and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I also can't write for myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm just pressuring myself, like, what do I want to sound like? What do I want to make? What do I want to speak about?
Yeah.
And all of that kind of just like, it gets to you,
It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
I had a similar incident with Lusaka Startup Pack. I couldn't write anymore. I still can't write right now. So I'm working on something else, but when I'm ready, sometimes I feel like you just need time for life to happen.
True.
To get re-inspired, but there's that pressure, like you know how fans and Natasha, when are you
Hey,
dropping?
when's the next hit?
Even me, I'm like Natasha, like you.
Like,
you
bro,
know,
I have a 10-track EP. Find a song.
Yeah, find
you
a
know?
song.
Just find something.
Yeah.
No, but it's the pressure.
Yeah,
Trust me, I understand.
Yeah, it gets
but
really.
just take your time, bro.
I want to take my time. I am taking my time. I'm using this podcast as therapy. I think I really got consumed by the character that I created.
Yeah.
To a point where like everything became about that character.
About the character.
So I've put that character on hold. I want to refine it. And now I'm focusing on like other things, like bringing people here on this platform and like educating other people.
Yeah, how old I was when I started writing. I was about 10 years old.
Yeah.
I used to sing the songs to my friends in school.
Yeah.
And after that, I think I really, really started writing when I was about 15. Then I think I had my first heartbreak. So then I just became a poet. I used to write all the poems on like those Facebook notes. Facebook had notes at the time.
Yeah.
And I used to exchange notes with a friend. And then it just got better. And my first, I remember I used to do bonfires and what are these shows, like end of term shows where the school has like a party?
Yeah, like a closing party.
Yeah, like a closing bash. So I used to be invited to those by Donro and Tommy. Yeah. And I'd just be there with my guitar doing covers to like Rihanna. And then I worked with Duncan and Chewe and Danny when they were a group.
Duncan Beats, the EP is out, by the way, guys. Duncan's first EP.
So we were supposed to do that dance thingy. Yeah. So they were supposed to perform to me singing live.
Okay.
That was crazy because it was gonna be the first of something like that happening.
Live to what song? Your song, or like you were still doing covers?
I was still doing covers at the time.
Yeah, that's dope.
And then I recorded my first single in 2018, Need Your Fire. And
Yo, fire.
Yeah, Need Your Fire.
Need Your Fire.
Need Your Fire.
But me, I just saw fire and I just heard fire.
I know.
And the song is fire.
Thanks, G.
Like I remember like listening to that song, like headsets, I was in a bus, before anything,
Yeah.
And I was listening to this song and I was like, yo, the adrenaline that it made me feel. I was like, Natasha, like, but you've just been the GOAT.
Thanks.
But like, take us through that song. Like, what inspired that song? Need Your Fire.
That song, I remember. There was no electricity at home.
For real? That's what inspired.
Yes.
Shout out Zesco, guys. Like, you're really, really putting us on.
Zesco, There was no
out.
electricity. I remember I was playing these chords on my guitar that I really just loved. And then there was a candle right in front of me. So the first words was, I need your fire.
Is there a candle on the artwork?
No, it's just like flames.
Oh, yeah, flames.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's where the song came from.
Yeah.
Zesco is like can really put you through the most.
So
where people even making fire songs. Zesco, we need your electricity. Yo, and then like continue.
Yeah, so I wrote the hook and then I was in studio. I remember I texted this guy I didn't know on Facebook. At the time, I just used to friend everybody. So he posted a picture of himself in studio. And I was like, okay, he's a producer.
Yeah.
I texted him like, hey, here's my situation.
Yeah.
I want to make music. But if I tell you I have capital, I'll lie.
Yeah.
So is there a way that I could help you help me?
Yeah.
And he says, okay, send me a voice note on my WhatsApp. And I said it to him, it's like, come to studio.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you waiting for? So I'm like, this, that. I remember at the time I didn't even have like a proper phone. And so
Using an Android?
No, I was using an Android.
Listen, like to all Android users, like we're just jokes. Some Android users got touched during my deal, and like Mix, I used an Android. Like I was pushing Infinix, like you're pushing Techno. It's just jokes, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, go.
But yeah, so I was using this phone that had an LCD problem. So it only worked at an angle.
Nah, Natasha, you went through those pressures.
Oh,
The way I see you like taking pictures these days, like
it's
first of
necessary.
all,
It's necessary because then you get to appreciate this. You know what I mean?
yo, that's crazy. You know, when I look at like your brand,
Mm-hmm.
even now, it just looks like you came out of the bedroom and like need your
Like, I
fire
woke up
dropped,
like this.
and then like GQ, and then like
Nah,
that's how
like,
it looks like. That's crazy.
That it had a problem, and I didn't manage to go to studio because I didn't have transport. And every time I asked, like, can I go? He's like, no, I didn't have transport. And then he's like, you know what? I'm sending you a 20 quarter. Please get on a bus. Come to studio.
Yo, that's crazy.
It's crazy. He sent me the transport money. I remember I withdrew the 20 kwacha and went on a bus. I walked to Mtendere from like Mindstone because that's where the buses to hospital were. So I walked there and then I got on a bus. Then I had to get on a connecting bus. And then I was picked up from the bus station to like another journey inside the market because that's where the studio was.
Yo, guys, there's no excuse.
There's really no excuse.
There's no excuse. Like, there's no excuse. That's crazy. Like,
I know.
I feel like we've been talking, but like, I don't know this side, you know?
Yeah.
But it's a good thing we've saved it for the podcast because my reactions are authentic. Because
because if you knew, you'd just be like, bro,
we heard that story.
I heard this before, but yeah, bro, crazy.
That's crazy. So now, Mindstone, now you're at the studio. Is this where you recorded Need Your Fire?
No, that's where I met everybody and interacted.
Okay.
So we recorded this song. It was a demo. I was just not in the space for it. It was just like an abrupt, like, oh, you're in studio, let's work on something, blah, blah, blah. We worked on it. It's been in the archives since that day. We've never gone back to listen to it.
Because it's one of those.
It's just one of those.
But I doubt. Like, for you, maybe it's one of those. But for us, we'll probably listen to it.
And you'd be like,
You know?
No, I cringe.
Yeah. So what would you say to all these like underground, upcoming, younger artists that are passionate, talented, and want to pursue music, but feel like they don't have any source of income?
I feel like it's harder. It's harder for the ones that don't have the capital to start, but the hunger and the passion is even more. You know, and I feel like that's what should drive you to be able to be in a place where you don't always have to not have and ask for a handout, because a mention or a post can only go so far. You know, I'll get your link, I'll get your name, and I'll post you on Facebook. But it's like 100 people that will maybe want to listen to your song. You know, so you need to have that, the hunger, bro.
The fire.
You know, the fire, exactly.
So I feel like that's profound in the sense that a lot of people are always reaching out to me like, post my song.
Yeah.
But the way things have changed now, like if I post your song or your content, when people go to your page, they need to find it lit.
Exactly.
So people will say, share my song, share this, share my content, what? And then I go, their account is private and there's no content.
Yeah.
I've tried to explain to them, say, I can't help you because you're not helping yourself.
People need to know that you have to help yourself first before other people can see or feel the need to actually support you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've worked with people, even before I had my official song, I was able to get into studio with some names that I can't really mention because it's going to be like, oh, she's name dropping.
Yeah.
But I was with them, I encountered them, I told them, this is what I do. And they didn't help me and they didn't feel the need to help me until I made a name for myself, and they'll be like, oh, this chick, bro, this chick is cool. Like what she's doing is, it's like, bro, but why now?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's what life is.
Yeah.
People are only going to support you when it's popular to support you.
Yeah. I like how you've put that out because I'm kind of going through the same thing right now. Like people don't know. Like I'm trying to create something new. I have a new project coming out, but like I'm not like really going to get into detail.
Okay.
But I'm approaching a lot of people who I worked with who invested in me. Like I have this new idea, but everyone's sort of like, it's not Lusaka Startup Pack. It's not Lusaka Startup Pack. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell them guys like, wait, like Lusaka Startup Pack will come back, but
Yeah.
like wait, no,
But
it's not
also
Lusaka Startup Pack.
Lusaka Startup Pack could have been the foundation to
Yeah.
more for you.
Exactly. I don't want to box myself in, but Lusaka Startup Pack is coming back. I'm just doing things in phases. Like
Yeah.
I can't always be doing it. It will become monotonous. It needs
Yeah.
to go to come back.
Yeah, I feel
But
you.
what I'm saying is I'm being slept on again. And at first I was getting frustrated because these people are not listening. They're like,
Yeah.
no, like you want to do what? No.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this is the same thing I was saying when I started Lusaka Startup Pack. That I've got an idea, so I'm kind of forced to go back to like being slept on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of producers, I won't mention names, that reached out to me and like, yo, we wanna do this, but like Lusaka Startup Pack. And I'm like, wait, I'm still trying to figure that out. You know,
Yeah.
and they're like, they were not
I'm
working
trying to figure
with
that
you.
out, but I have this,
You know what
and
I mean?
it can work.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah. You should. So I'm in a space now where I have to do it myself and prove it to them. But what I want to do is way better.
yeah,
Okay, not way better, but it's better in its own way.
yeah,
Because I'm like multifaceted. So like I've got a lot of things. Sometimes I want to do this podcast.
Yeah.
And it helps me and a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if I want to do something else again, I'd like to express myself.
yeah.
So now I'm being slept on again and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it because like I'm like, ish.
Like,
you guys,
bro,
like
you go and see.
if I can do Lusaka Startup Pack, I can do this other thing. No.
Yeah.
You're just Lusaka Startup Pack.
You see, the problem is you can have the content, you can release it, but it's how you release it
Yeah.
and how you push it.
Yeah.
Because I know niggas with like 10 albums.
Yeah.
What are you doing with 10 albums?
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah, that's too
You
much.
know, there's
Yeah.
a way that you need to release it and promote it. I've been on tour for my first EP.
Yeah.
I know niggas with albums. I haven't even had a show.
Yeah.
You know, it's scary to do your own thing, but you need to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's knowing that even if 5 people show up, I'm going to perform for those niggas and have fun.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, it's the experience and the growth. Because those 5 people are gonna go back to other 5 people and say, I went to a freaking Natasha Chancellor show
Yeah.
and we had fun.
Yeah.
And this is what her music is. And I think she's the future of Zambian music.
Yeah.
That's growth.
Facts.
You know?
Facts, guys. And I feel like, I like what you said about going to a show for 5 people. Like, I remember someone sending me, he's got potential. He's like, how can I grow my fan base? Like, I only get like 200 likes. I was like, 200 likes? Fill your bedroom with 200 people.
Bro, like,
Those are 200,
that's 200
human
people
beings.
who've taken the time to see and actually like, not see and scroll. Like they
Like.
saw it and they liked it.
I'm like, you need to be grateful.
Bruh.
These are 200 breathing human beings. Because I'm very grateful. Like, I know there's people who hide like likes and stuff, engagement. I mean, maybe for mental health reasons, I don't judge you, but I don't care because even if it's 1,000,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is 1,000 people who
Bruh.
decided to say, I like this.
Bruh.
I'm very, very grateful, even for 400.
It's
That's
crazy.
a lot of people. Now, what you have to do, take those 200 people and prove it to them that you are the best, you're the greatest of all time. And those 200 people will go tell 200 people that, listen to this. So because of clout, we see a lot of clout online. You think that that's success. No.
Clout is crazy, man. And it's a drug.
There's a difference between success and like being successful and like fame and like clout. There's a fine line.
True.
And that's what people need to understand.
Yeah.
But I'd like to talk about you pushing as an independent artist. That's where like I really give you like your flowers. Like I've even put the flowers. These are
I'm glad they're
Natasha's
not
flowers.
like, because I'd be
Okay, they're not
sneezing.
expensive
No.
flowers.
I
But
prefer this because if they were actual flowers, I'd be sneezing.
yeah, true. You're allergic to
Yes.
certain flowers.
Yeah,
I
to
feel like we
pollen.
should have brought you flowers.
No,
I
it's
feel
cool.
bad.
I
Plastic
would have
flowers
done you a
for
kiss,
Natasha
Daniel.
Chanza.
They'd just been like,
You'd be like,
yes. Give them to the security guy.
yeah, pass them this side. So let's talk about that. That's where like I feel like obviously you're probably not gonna tell them everything because everyone needs to figure
You
it out.
we could tell them everything because that's what this podcast is for.
You're done.
Yeah,
A
I'm
lot of
down.
people are like, no, me, I don't want to share like my secrets. I don't
No.
want people to
You
know
see-
what I do when the lights are off.
I know it's crazy.
Yeah, but that's dope that you're willing to share your blueprint.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I'm also open to share my blueprint because if you don't have the mindset and like the hunger, even if I give you money,
Exactly.
you don't do anything. Right?
Yeah.
So shed some light on pushing as an
Shed the
independent
light.
artist
Just
in
a,
Zambia.
a brief background on. So I'm signed to Z Arts Records.
Shout out Zerats one
Yeah,
time.
shout out Z Arts.
I'm submitting, like I'm working on my album, so like, I'm submitting my music. And like guys, maybe you can sign me on,
Sign the on.
You can also like take me, to different heights, But yeah,
So yeah, I signed to Z Arts when I was 18, 2018. I was in the bedroom. I was crying because this label I was supposed to sign to was telling me I needed to sound more Zambian.
yeah.
And my sound wasn't authentic. And they'd bully me and say mean things. And I was just
What are
like,
some of the mean things they were saying?
you're young and no, you're just wasting our time and all of that
Oh.
stuff kind of conversation, you know?
Oh, they were saying that to PNC.
Bro,
People are disrespectful.
no, we're good now. So it's cool. We're good now.
But anyway, yeah, continue.
So I was frustrated and I was telling my best friend, like, look, like, this is crap because we have this, like, Zambian music is Zambian because I'm Zambian.
Yeah.
Like, whatever I'm singing is Zambian because I'm freaking Natasha Chansa,
Yeah.
Muwemba, you know?
What more do you
What
want?
more do you want? You know? So there was all that happening and I said, you know what? You're going to be my manager. And just like that, we've been working together since that moment.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because we laughed about it at first and I wasn't laughing. She was laughing. I'm like, I'm not joking. It's
Yeah.
like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm serious.
That's how it happened.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So ever
crazy.
since then, we've been working together. And obviously, it's like off pocket.
Yeah.
You're doing everything yourself from
Yeah.
promoting to
Yeah.
shooting music videos to
Yeah.
branding to getting places to paying other people, blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff. So it's been fun. It's crazy. It's hectic. But we are pushing.
Yeah.
Still pushing.
I think a lot of musicians get inspired to be able to push independently. It's definitely possible. It's just that it's more work.
Yeah, it
you
is
know,
more work.
It's more work because,
And
like, yeah,
the price is better because I've been approached by, I don't know if you like remember when these two big labels were like big
Yeah.
in the country.
so they hit you up.
So one of them hit me up and like, we
Yeah.
can do this. So
Let me
that was
think about
around
it.
October. December, I had the question again. I said, no, I'm not ready. Around Feb, can we have a meeting again? I said, okay, cool. For me, right now, I think I would rather have the meeting with my team.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So are you guys able to come again? Because clearly last time you came to my house and, you know, you
Yeah.
could pull up to where we are. You think we're going to leave the entire company and come and have a meeting with you?
That's the problem with people with rocks sometimes.
And I'm like, this wasn't a problem before. Why is it a problem now? It's like,
Yeah.
no, blah, blah, blah. And we say, okay, you know what? From that, we can tell that we don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Conversation done. Conversation was not done because one of the people had my manager's phone number.
Yeah.
So he calls her like, we've been waiting for you guys to pull up. And he's like,
Zambians, no.
so she's like, who's this? And he says his name. And she's like, yeah, like, I don't know you, bro. Like, no, one of the managers of whatever. I'm handling one of the biggest artists in the country right now. And you guys have been giving us a hard time. Do you know that Natasha's a baby? Huh? And Walia was just like,
Do they think you're going to be a baby for the rest of your life?
bro.
They don't know that you're going to like be running the game.
Because Walia
And
kept
they are
checking her
kids.
phone. She's like, am I being pranked or something? Like, is this really happening? You know?
We need a Natasha Chansa movie like 8 Mile. Because
We
this
really
is
do.
crazy.
And so from an experience like that, where we didn't even owe these people anything, they already were not
That's
equally
disrespectful.
respecting us. We were just like, it's cool, we're fine. You
Like
know?
I feel like, respect should be given to any human
Anyone.
being. Like whether you are
Anyone.
big, you are broke,
True.
or whatever. As long as somebody is a human being, God has brought that person into the world for a purpose. So you have to respect.
That's
Even me,
facts.
like I don't disrespect even just somebody who comes to me with respect. Even if I
Yeah.
don't know you, I treat you with respect. It has nothing to do with talent, clout, or money.
That's true.
That's where people with money get it twisted, you know. And a lot of people, I've met a lot of people like that who come like with money, like financial strength. But do you have the vision? Do you have a
Exactly.
good heart, a pure heart? Are you a peaceful person?
True.
Are you an understanding person? Or you're just here, you just want to capitalize,
Bro.
you know? So I feel like
Like you're allowed to work and have peace, not
Yeah.
in a toxic environment.
Exactly,
Because that
like,
clouds
yeah.
your judgment and your creativity.
Yeah. So like one thing I'd like to say to people watching is this thing like money, be very careful with money. With
Yeah.
the sheets, be very, very careful. You know, you can like literally sell your soul. Like you sign for 5 years
Yeah.
and you have no control
Over anything.
over where you go, which toilet you use.
Which shows you perform at.
So you're no longer
Even your name,
Yeah.
you know, it's not yours anymore.
if you want to stop for 2 years, you can't
You
because you
can't.
signed.
Yeah.
If you're sick, you're depressed mentally, you have to operate. You're not controlling your soul and yourself on your own. So be very careful with money. I've worked with people with money. They need to have humility and respect.
True.
They need to respect you, not even as an artist, as a creative, as
Just
a
common
human
decency
being.
to respect you, you know?
To say this person has feelings,
Yes.
this person has trauma, so I
Yes.
respect this person and their story. The moment you find that balance is when that's the only way it can work.
True.
So a lot of people, even people who are aspiring to be managers, to manage talent, always know that this is not just a commodity. This is
Yeah.
a human being. So respect them as a human being, you know.
That's true. I
So,
feel like
yeah.
managers also have their story. Because
Yeah.
there's some very wow,
crazy.
that
The
yeah, it's
industry.
crazy. It's crazy for
LSK.
everybody.
There's content in LSK. We can shoot a series up of just Natasha
True.
Chansa.
Like the music business is crazy, and I
Yeah.
feel like the documentation of it would be very necessary
Yeah.
for people coming after us.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's why we're taking a step from here. And like with the podcast, obviously,
Yeah.
and like even what I'm working on next, I'm telling the truth about Lusaka and what goes on. Like I'm not going to sugarcoat,
Yeah.
but we'll check that out, you know. So that's crazy, and like it's really, I thought I was the only one dealing with that. I thought other people were the only ones dealing with that. But now I can see that like, you have to be very careful.
Yeah, you do.
And it's by God's grace that they gave you that energy. So now you're still pushing on your own, and you're gonna own yourself,
True.
your brand, intellectual property,
Bro.
copyrights, all those things. That's a podcast for another day. I feel like I'll bring Natasha back to talk about like, owning your
Must.
stuff, you know what I mean?
Owning your masters.
Yeah. And then
Your voice.
I would like to talk about being one of the artists who has pushed Zambian music without confining too much under like feeling like you need to like, okay, I just need to rap in Nyanja only. Like no offense to people who make music
Yeah.
in Nyanja or in Bemba or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like one of like They Know was like shocking for me. Like
Yeah.
I was like, yo, like this song is in English.
I feel like it kind of takes away from originality if I had to conform to that, because then people wouldn't know my story.
Yeah.
You know, and then people wouldn't relate to my story, because the music I make is not just for like the next club banger or the next whatever.
Yeah.
It's music that another girl who's 10 years old, like I was when I watched Hannah Montana, is probably gonna see and be like, oh damn, there's a Zambian female musician that's making music like this, and I wanna dress like her, I wanna sing like her, I wanna look like her.
Yeah.
You know? So it allows for an industry to be created, because if we all did the same thing,
Then it's
it'd just be like monotonous.
Yeah.
And why I always like Bemba or Nyanja rapping, people taking offense in us who just rap in English.
Yeah.
Because music is communication. If I
Yeah.
can't communicate properly in Nyanja or Bemba, I will sing in English so that you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I will try my best to learn so that if I am to communicate,
Yeah.
I sound original and authentic.
Yeah.
Because you can call out someone that's like, bro, you don't even speak Nyanja, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You can call it out and when you hear their songs. But if I sound authentic as I am,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give you me. Because at the
Facts.
end of the day, I'm a product of my influence. And if I didn't grow up on that, I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah.
You know?
One thing about that stereotype is I was observing, like, I was looking at like you, and like first of all, that girl at the high school was rapping They Know, like word for word. And it's not like, no offense, it's not like she's schooling in like the United States or
Yeah.
anything.
It's here.
Like it's here in Zambia,
In
and
the
she knows
soccer.
the song word for word. I was
Exactly. Like
things
we
are
get these
changing.
comments like, your music is nice, but maybe try singing in Nyanja a bit.
I've seen people try conform, sing in Nyanja and everything, and it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
I've seen people who are just pushing music in English and it doesn't work out. And I was like, I know so many people like they're pushing music and it sounds really good and everything. But I mean, what I'm saying is that I've realized that it's not the only factor.
Yeah, it's not the only factor. True.
It's not the only factor. And yeah, big ups to you for like pushing something new, something fresh. That's also what I tried to do when like I was
Because
rapping with the lingo.
we are the first of our kind in an
Yeah.
industry like this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's called the new wave. You know what I mean? And this is gonna inspire other people that are coming after us.
Yeah.
There's music for everybody. If you don't like the fact that we don't sing in Bemba and whatever,
Yeah.
there's 10 other niggas. Find one of them, listen to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when you feel like listening to an English song,
Yeah.
come back to us.
Yeah.
We're not gonna stop you from listening to what you want to listen to. But the fact that everybody's like, no, not everybody understands English, so maybe you should sing like this. How about we get to a point where people can understand English
Yeah.
and learn from what we're saying?
Yeah.
You know, we stop feeling sorry for. No, they won't understand. They're wearing Air Force. Where did they see that?
Yeah.
They're wearing durags. Where did they see that?
Durag gets it.
You know?
How did you know? How did you know it's called a Durag?
Exactly. How did you know it's called Versace?
You know, people like making Zambians seem like
They're
we're
not.
dumb.
They're very educated people.
Zambians are woke. Like some of the things my fan, the advice I can post. Yo, I'm having mental issues right now. I'll
Yeah.
find a paragraph of. I'll go on his page. Like, you know, his life is also messed up. But
Yeah.
he's writing a paragraph to me saying, yo, Mix,
Exactly.
this is what's going on. I know this is what's going on. This is what you need to do. And I'm like, this is exactly the solution that I needed. Like, Zambians are not dull.
They're not. And people need to get away from saying Zambians won't understand you.
This is Zambia.
It's not. You know?
Yeah.
We're the right representation for this country. The same as any other nigga that raps in Nyanja. Because
Yeah.
we are all Zambian and we're doing what we love.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
know?
facts. That's what I was trying to implement when I started like making music like with the lingo, you know? I was just trying to be different. I'm trying to be different.
Yeah.
And like, I know a lot of people won't get it right now because that's the most painful thing about being a pioneer is like maybe the next generation will be the
Yeah.
ones to be doing that and like at least we have something, another category as well.
Yes.
I'm not competing or trying to say like I'll be better than anyone. It's just this thing where like I'm creating a category. I'm being a creative.
Yeah.
You check.
That's
So
what
that's
creativity
all
entails.
I'm doing. That's what I'm here for, just to be creative. You know what I mean?
True.
I want to talk about how do you feel about like the wave now, the hip hop wave now? Like, you know, you said we're the new wave, but I
Yeah.
don't feel like we're the new wave. We're now the wave.
We are the wave. That's
I saw
true.
someone in SA. I was like, we need to stop this new wave. Like we're the wave. We're
We
the
are the
ones.
wave. That's
But
true.
yeah, I want to talk about the hip hop scene now. It's been a bit awkward, like for me. Like that's why even with music, I've put it
You're
on
not
hold.
in a rush, eh?
Yeah, because I love like hip hop, like anything, even if it's like mixed with vernac or anything. Like
Yeah.
I love like Sheffy's style, like Limpopo cast, like when in Quito the other time at like some event. And like everyone was performing when Sheffy came and he performed Limpopo. I went crazy because like I love like hip hop.
Because you mess with that.
Yeah, I fucks with hip hop.
Yeah.
So I'm in a space where I feel like the hip hop scene is a bit like, you know, it's quiet, but
Yeah.
it always happens. It's
Yeah.
history. It always goes quiet.
I've never really like
Then when it comes back,
noticed it.
it comes back hard.
Yeah, it does.
But now like this piano now, like I was watching you, I'm like, it's Natasha Chance are going to do it. Like,
You know, it's a challenge for us to maybe find our footing and try collaborate hip hop with what's popping.
yeah. That's
because
definitely the blend. Yeah.
you can't win by doing the same thing because
Yeah.
maybe people
Everyone's
are
doing
already
it
tired
already,
of doing. I mean, of listening to it. But
yeah.
everybody's listening to what's new. It's like how Costa Teach came and gave us like trap piano. It's like
Yeah.
we were not expecting that.
Yeah.
You know. So the way that you're pioneering,
Yeah.
that's what the world is looking for right now.
Yeah.
That's why it's quiet.
Yeah, no cap. Yeah, I was also like, I was been finding my sound because people were putting pressure on me, like, drop music, drop an album, drop. I'm like, hey, wait, and I'm still observing, I'm still learning, I'm still
Yeah, I feel
experimenting.
like maybe everybody's kind of in a space where we're introspecting and trying to see like what's happening.
No, but you're not introspecting, Natasha. Like, you're one of you're surviving on hip hop in
Yeah.
a very where there's a drought of hip hop, Like
Yeah.
you're making people jump and get
Yeah.
hyped to hip hop at a time where it's very difficult to do
Yeah.
that. So I feel like for you, you're making it work, and you're one of the only symbols I can say yo, hip hop is still hip hop,
Yeah.
Because I like telling people that hip hop is African.
It is.
You don't know, some of these people who are in the US, were taken from Zambia, they were taken from different
Exactly.
places. So that's why Shefi once jumps on a hip hop beat and Slap jumps on a hip hop beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's part of us, whether they decide to do it in vernacular or Nyanja or
Exactly.
or Bemba, it's cool, but it's still something I feel like you can't take the African out of the African American. You know what I
True.
mean?
That's
Even though
true.
we need to make it our own version and be creative and not try to sound too much.
Yeah.
Like how you've balanced everything with your brand, your name, you've kept Natasha Chansa.
Yeah.
So it's it's crazy.
It's Princess Natasha Chansa.
Princess Natasha Chansa,
Princess of
PNC.
Kaputa land. It's as Zambian as it gets, man. Stop asking what are you trying to say in American?
Stop stressing, guys.
Stressing, just
it's
vibes, bro. Just vibes.
Listen to the music. So what you're saying now is you won't jump on an Amapiano jump.
What I'm saying is I'm a creative and I can if I want to.
Yeah. Do you think you will? Should we be expecting?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But if I did, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, it would. I won't lie.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah. We'll just have to find out.
Yeah. Next episode.
So yeah, I think we're about to wrap it up. Please don't forget Right Price's commission-based program. Earn commission off of getting somebody to get a laptop. Natasha Chansa is on a mission right now.
Yeah, use my promo code PNC 2022 RP. Yeah.
Natasha's on a mission to bring her alter ego to be the one buying the laptop.
Exactly.
Pro, and then PNC is the one paying.
Exactly.
So if you're clever, who knows? That might work out. So yeah, and then lastly, I'm just gonna ask you, I want to see if you're an LSK person. Are you LSK?
I'm LSK, bro.
So I want to ask you what a few words mean, like a trivia.
Okay.
What does bookie mean?
Bookie.
It's bookie.
Bookie just means something is wild. It's a wild situation.
It's wild. Fact.
It's wild.
Now you're for LSK. Do you know what Chando means?
Chando. Do I know it? I've heard it before.
Yeah. It's new, this one.
Yeah, it's new. I've heard it before. Isn't it it's either weed or money? Is it food?
No.
Is it a girl?
No.
Is it nyops?
No, it's not nyap.
It's
Chando is cold.
Cold?
Yeah. I was at Uncle Waffle's show, when I think it was the last performance I did. And some ons were there, yo buddies, it's Chando right now, it's wild. I'm they always have something,
Yeah.
So Chando means cold, and because it's been cold, people have been posting, it's Chando, it's Chando. So now we've updated your dictionary.
Thank you very much.
The last one, do you know what Eshmabodo is?
Now you're just making up words.
Eshmabodo. This one is courtesy of Shinko Beats. Shmabodo, except.
Shmabudu.
Shmabodo is pulling up.
No, use it in a sentence.
I've given you a hint. The Shmabodo is... no, let me not make it too easy.
Okay.
Shmabodo is about... but you'll get it.
I still don't know.
You still don't know?
No. Yes. Is it your boys? The pie. Is it the pie?
It's a pie.
Okay. I was about to say the buyer.
Nah.
Like the Shmabudu is about to land and get us drinks.
Nah. Ish, but it would suit a buyer.
Yeah.
Ish, my Bodo is here once. Like,
Yeah.
don't perform. But like, yeah, I was in the studio with the Shinko and he's like, yo, man, see this Shmabudo.
Shinko
I'm
is
like,
so
Shma what?
cool. Like, he makes me feel lame. He's
Yeah.
so cool.
Shinko is a cool kid. I'm bringing Shinko on the podcast to
You
talk
must.
about production. If Duncan Beats doesn't come first. But Duncan Beats is not for podcasts. You know the
Hardest
vibes.
own.
Shout out.
Hardest own in LSK. You can find me everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn.
You're on
and-
LinkedIn?
Yes.
Yeah, for us. If someone's on LinkedIn, they're
No,
not playing
LinkedIn
games.
is for pressure. You think like Facebook is for pressure. LinkedIn is where you see like I'm 21 years old. I just built a house and I have 3 cars.
Yeah,
Bruh. AI.
it's crazy. So Princess Natasha Chance at all these platforms?
Yeah. Except on Twitter, it's just Tasha Chansa. I was very young when I made it. I was 18.
They didn't
so I
drag
was
and
just...
block your Twitter account.
No, they didn't.
They dragged and they banned my Twitter account. That's a podcast for another day.
Yeah. Once upon a time, I was cancelled.
Or for everyone
Shame.
gets cancelled.
Yeah.
And then for me, Mix Kasamwa LSK on Instagram, Mix Kasamwa XA on TikTok, Mix Kasamwa YouTube and Facebook. Just Mix Kasamwa basically, and then you'd be able to find me.
Find the own.
And the own XA, you just know the vibes. And then please subscribe, share, comment, ask Natasha questions in the comment section. Natasha,
I might
your fans are
answer.
gonna be asking you. You must answer some of the
I'm
questions.
just lazy. I don't use my phone much. I don't even like have a phone right now. Yeah.
The one you've taken here for Red Price to change the screen protector. Screen protector is 800
See,
kwacha.
free,
'Cause-
you guys. It's a
'cause
really
the
nice
phone is
day. I get a new
expensive.
screen protector and free AirPods. Eesh.
No, we'll talk to them. Let's talk to them after.
Yeah,
this.
let's talk to them.
All right. Thank you for watching LSK Showcast. Subscribe, share, you know the vibes.
LSK Showcast, presented by Mix Kasamwa.
Mix is the name.
Mix Kasamwa is the hardest stone in LSK.
Buddha. Mix is the name.